So as far as what it takes to learn to foil, what sort of pre-flight skills we recommend, basically refer to foiling as wake surfing 2.0. So that kind of gives you a good rough idea of what's needed to get into this. Proficient intermediate wake surf skills or wakeboarding skills would be highly recommended. Having a lot of water time behind a boat, understanding how the boat works, where the waves and wakes are of the boat, and just a general comfort level riding sideways on a board behind the boat would be generally where we start with this. So while a foil may look like a wake surfboard or a wakeboard, it's actually nothing like it. So a lot of the things that you would typically trust, rules of toe side and heel side don't necessarily apply to this sport. So it's very important, even if you do have intermediate advanced wake surf skills or wakeboard skills, to follow the rule book, don't get ahead of yourself, and take it slow, because you could be a professional wake surfer or wakeboarder and a complete beginner when it comes to foiling. And that's one of the funnest parts about it, is going from all that skill level behind the boat back to a complete beginner and experiencing the fun of starting something completely new and fresh. Undoubtedly, one of the best ways to learn to foil, whether you want to take it to the ocean or to a kite or anywhere, is behind the boat. What I love about learning behind the boat is there's a steady, constant speed. It helps you eliminate a lot of errors quickly. Once you've mastered it behind the boat, those are skills that can be transferred directly to surfing in the ocean or riding behind a kite or using one of these wings that we've got behind us. We joke all the time, and you start thinking crazy thoughts once you get into this sport. So this is just a starting point. You don't have to stay here or end here. Foiling it's a great big world out there. Anywhere you see water, once you get into this sport, you're gonna wish you had your foil with you. So learning behind the boat is easy and the key, and then you can take it wherever you'd like. All right, now we're all stoked to be here and convinced that hydrofoiling is for us. Next step is to show you what a hydrofoil looks like. So this is what we got right here. This is your new board. So contrary to everything you used to believe about what you were surfing on, you are actually surfing on an airplane. So we've got a front wing here, and we've got a stabilizer wing on the back. The front wing is where a lot of the performance of foiling comes from. There's a lot of different sizes and shapes. There's a lot of different amounts of surface area, depending on how fast you want to go, what your weight might be, etc. But in general, this is what you're looking at. A wing set down low. You've got your mast coming up to your connection to the board that you'll be standing on. So as far as construction goes with hydrofoils, they come in two main different constructions. They come in an aluminum construction and a carbon construction, and sometimes combinations of both of those things. General rule of thumb there is the aluminum is more durable and more of an attractive price point, great for learning to foil with. And then carbon is a bit more fragile, but it's also lighter, it's higher performance. And somewhere along your journey, you're gonna experience both of these products. Generally, at the starting point, most start with aluminum. All right, so now that we've covered the hydrofoil and what's beneath the water, it's time to cover the board, which you'll actually be standing on. This is the other half of the puzzle when it comes to hydrofoiling and the products that you'll need. So this here is a hydrofoil board. This is what we recommend for learning to foil behind the boat. You can see generally shaped similarly to a wake surfboard. They're usually directional because riding a foil backwards is very hard to do. We're still working on it. So on this particular board, you can see we've got a foot hook here on the front. And so what we love about this is it makes it easy for first timers to be able to connect to the board in the water and get it placed correctly to get up on the water and learn to foil. Other features that you'll see on a lot of the foil boards is inserts for foot straps. So obviously to connect this foot hook, we need those inserts to lock in. You can also run a full foot strap on the front and back as you advance if you wanted to do things like jumps or more interesting advanced moves. You have that option as well. And then finally on the bottom, what you'll notice on most every foil board is the foil track. And this is a great feature. Obviously, it allows you to connect the foil to the board, but beyond that, it gives you a lot of different settings and adjustments to fine-tune the way that your foil feels beneath your feet. So So generally when starting out, you want to have the foil all the way back in the track. That produces the least amount of lift while foiling. And as you get better and you know what to expect and you get used to that feeling of flight, you'll find yourself slowly inching it forward more and more to find a more reactive and more high performance feel of the foil. And it also helps adjust your foot pressure. If you find that you have a lot of, burning sensation on your back leg, but your front leg is totally relaxed, then you need to slide the foil forward. That'll give you more front foot pressure, help you kind of even things out. So a little bit of room to play here and find your perfect setting as you progress.